The Doctor Who 60th anniversary specials included a huge addition to the show's lore by having the Doctor split into two autonomous beings, but it's possible that the famous Time Lord may never be capable of repeating the feat. David Tennant's return to Doctor Who placed the actor twice in the Doctor's timeline. While Tennant originally played the 10th Doctor, who regenerated into Matt Smith's 11th, Tennant's 14th Doctor is still present despite handing the baton to Ncuti Gatwa's 15th. Doctor Who's shocking bi-generation twist was something no one saw coming, but it also may have been a one-off event. The 14th Doctor is David Tennant's third version of the show's main character. As well as the 10th Doctor, Tennant also played the Metacrisis Doctor from Season 4, Episode 13, Journey's End. Just like the Metacrisis Doctor, 14 wasn't ousted from the Doctor Who universe by the process of regeneration, meaning there are currently two versions of the Doctor that can continue to exist side by side in the show's main universe. Although Doctor Who Season 14 will follow Ncuti Gatwa's adventures as the 15th Doctor, how 14 remained intact is a mystery. Theory: the 14th Doctor only bi-generated because he was fighting the Toymaker. There is seemingly no end to what the Toymaker is capable of. The Toymaker's powers in Doctor Who have made the character a formidable villain in both the classic and modern eras. While the Doctor has always found a way to come out on top, it's never an easy victory. What's referred to as the Toymaker's domain seemingly emanates from the character himself, and it enables the classic antagonist to bend reality to his will. As such, when the 14th Doctor is shot by the Toymaker's laser, what would usually be a recognizable process of regeneration becomes something that's never before happened in Doctor Who. The 14th Doctor begins to regenerate as his previous iterations have done, but instead of taking on a brand new appearance and personality, his proximity to the Toymaker could have changed how the process usually unfolds. While Neil Patrick Harris's character looks just as confused as everyone else at the revelation, this could just simply prove that the Toymaker may not always be conscious of the changes for which his presence is responsible. The Toymaker's love for games could also have intensified his power due to the Doctor's outburst when warning his adversary off, "Your fight is with me. And you owe me one more game." The Doctor is shot before he has the chance to finish his demand for another game, the rules of which had yet to be established. The coming together of the Toymaker's domain and a competitive Time Lord in the throes of a regeneration cycle could easily have tweaked the building blocks of reality that resulted in 14 bi-generating. Near the end of the Doctor Who 60th anniversary specials, in The Giggle, the 15th Doctor capitalizes on the Toymaker's lingering domain to duplicate the TARDIS so 14 is not left without one. By this point, the Doctor has banished the defeated Toymaker from existence, and yet his abilities still allow for a second TARDIS to be created. This supports the theory that the Toymaker's domain is not entirely predictable, even by the man who once wielded it. Evidence against the Toymaker being responsible for Doctor Who's bi-generation. The 15th Doctor refers to the enigmatic process as a myth. Doctor Who has yet to truly confirm whether the Toymaker caused the Doctor to bi-generate, but it does supply one key clue that suggests Harris's character was not the one to blame. When explaining what had just happened to the others, Gatwa's Doctor declares, "I have bi-generated. There's no such thing. Bi-generation is supposed to be a myth, but look at me." The fact that 15 has an explanation ready to give implies that he is at least aware of the process of bi-generation, even if he's never encountered the phenomenon firsthand. If bi-generation is indeed a pre-existing concept, the knowledge of which predates the Doctor's fight with the Toymaker, then it becomes less likely that the process is a unique instance set in motion by the Toymaker's wayward domain. If the Doctor had no idea what had happened to create two versions of the same Time Lord, then blaming the Toymaker would make much more sense. As it stands, the Doctor has knowledge of bi-generation outside his interactions with the episode's villain.